Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It would be no surprise if today's matchup turns into a grinded-out affair. The Falcons are top 10 in defensive yards allowed, and they go up against the Titans, who will need to find a way to move the football. With that, let's hand it over to Brandon Gott and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 12 matchup.
Larry, we are just off of Centennial Olympic Park Drive at the home of the Falcons since 1992. It's the Georgia Dome here in downtown Atlanta. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Tennessee Titans and the Atlanta Falcons. Play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was at the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said, these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green. Look at 56.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Steps away. And he'll sling that one in there. Complete to Cooper on the comebacker. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. It's a first down.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Taking it right down Broadway. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that. First drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Cooper, the man in motion right. Now Cook. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
And as a defender, if you come with 2 interceptions in a game, that's pretty rare in the NFL. You might see one guy a weekend do that, but to have 2 in the first quarter, that's something you don't see all that often. I have a feeling they'll think twice about throwing in his direction too often.
So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Halfback sent in motion. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Now, last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Now, check. Patriot. Gun.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Let's go.
Well, in that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Ertz has it left side. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And here now the defensive starters for Atlanta.
Marcus Peters is a former first-round pick who has great anticipation and tremendous ball skills.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Perriman in motion right.
Over. Watching now, Barney. No. All right, now, look at 56.
Throwing, Cook. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. One receiver to the left is Cooper.
All right, here we go. Gun.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he'll be out of bounds up near midfield at the 49. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Caught by the tight end Ertz. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go now. All right, now, look at 56.
And the back goes into motion. He'll drop to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
850. 319.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Rodgers now on first down. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Now Cook. Flushed out right. Completes it right side to Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move as they face a second down here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Detroit! Let's go!
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Detroit! All right, here we go. All right, now look at 56.
Cooper, the man in motion left. Throwing, Cook. And he fires one, but incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, now fourth down. Here's Colton Schmidt now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And it's taken in at the 9. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and can...
Yeah, the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
And that's why you see so many teams play a 3-4 defense, because that set gives you a lot of flexibility about where to bring pressure from, and it's hard for an offense to pick it up. Left side, right side, up the middle, especially with some really flexible linebackers.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
319.
Rodgers now on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Second down now after the pass completion.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
I've become a firm believer over the years that many drops happen before the ball's even snapped. When you call wide receiver screen, as we saw there, I know these guys really well. They're thinking about that play going to the end zone, and sometimes they forget to catch the football first.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Rodgers to throw once more. Sliding out of the pocket. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. He's dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Flush to his right. And some space here. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
So much of his game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
And maybe expecting a throw. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Halfback sent in motion. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. Steps away to his left. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And now off to the races down the right side. So they're operating in the red zone. They come up in an offset eye. 1st and goal here from the 2. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Connor Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They go back to the air here after the INT. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Now a play fake here. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. But the Falcons were able to recover, so they will keep possession. So the offense avoids disaster, keeps possession. Now it's 2nd down. And quickly they get to the line. And the back goes into motion. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They give him 15 more, and it's another 1st down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now a handoff. Johnson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I would not want to be an offensive lineman in today's NFL, especially not a center or a guard, if you got to deal with these massive defensive tackles who could not just beat you with strength, but they can beat you with quickness and guile as well. They can get upfield and make plays. And a lot of times what they're taught, just go ahead and tackle everyone that comes in your area and keep the one with the ball.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg, escaping the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Micah Hyde. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Throwing, Cook. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Titans. Brashad Perriman as the first half is winding down, and the Titans have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Rodgers now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, so both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A gain of 6 there on first. And they're going to go soft on the corners. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time. It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. And when you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Now Cook. Conley's got it over the middle. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. In motion left is Perriman. They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And they went big on first down. Proves unfruitful.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Slot man moves right. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to take and he's going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Underneath for Johnson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Brandon, more and more offenses are going to the philosophy of using every inch of the field to try and spread things out. And when you're running back and catch the ball as well, that can only help your offense.
Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Flushed out right. And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. The slot man in motion right. Throwing, Cook. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
It is a coach, and he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Connor Cook with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. And it's up and good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. So the D-line's going to spread out.
319! 319!
They go back to the air here after the INT. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
From the 4, it's 2nd and goal. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Now Rodgers. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Final minute now of the third quarter. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to air one out. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. 2nd down now after the incompletion. And they're going to go soft on the corners.
158!
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. A good pickup there, a 22.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. They give him 15 more, and it's another first down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Rodgers now on first down. This will be caught inside the 10. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Red zone opportunity. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Henry Anderson in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. On second down, here's Rodgers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Screen play, Johnson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Duke Johnson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons get a bit closer. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. Out come the Titans now. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Throwing, Cook. He's going to try and go deep again. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. Here's Colton Schmidt now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. Fielded just inside the 20. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. And now they're in the hurry-up. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the 1st. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They go play action here on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Rodgers will try again on second down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
To throw is Rodgers. And he's got his man on the out route. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he will find his man on the outside. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Rodgers to throw once more. Flush to his right. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a third down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Halfback sent in motion. Throwing is Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. Now another timeout here called by the Titans. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Rodgers got to have this one. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And the seemingly endless drive continues. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And now for the offense. This is play number 11 here on this drive. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Dancing to his left. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That'll be a gain of 16, and that'll make it third down. And quickly they get to the line. From the gun on third down, Rodgers is going to find his running back. It's complete. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
319! 319!
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. His pass caught at the 4. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They run. It's Johnson. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
And there's the touchdown that they needed, so they'll celebrate. But the guys on the sidelines, they've got to stay focused. The onside kick team, they need them to get the ball back.
Yeah, part 1 of the equation done. Now they need to convert and get that onside kick. Time definitely of the essence now, just under a minute to play, and here we go. And the Titans are going to come up with it. And that should just about do it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Shift together here from the D-line. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll lose you. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Now, Jack, Patrick, here we go now. 3-19. Leopard. Back 99, Philly, here we go. Leopard. Motion. No, Jack, Patrick.
Throwing, Cook. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
And he'll bang that one through. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
You don't want that? You don't want that? You don't want that?